Mr. Speaker, sir, I rise pursuant to Standing Order 53-1 to seek a statement from the Standing Committee on Labor and Social Welfare on a matter of county-wide concern regarding the plight of 508 whose employment at the Siaya County Referral Hospital was revoked by the County Public Service Board, citing irregular hiring. Mr. Speaker, sir, in December 2024, the board advertised 120 positions, but issued over 700 appointment letters. The workers served from January 2025, having completed an internship and document verification, yet have gone without pay for 9 months in August 2025. They were informed 580 of them were irregularly employed and that their names were missing from the county payroll. In the statement, the committee should address the following: circumstances under which employment of 580 out of 700 health workers whose duty, who had been duly recruited through advertised vacancies at the Siaya County Referral Hospital, were terminated by the Siaya County Public Service Board. 2, details of the affected workers and their respective stations of deployment prior to their termination. 3, measures in place to regularize their employment. Consider engagement of workers for more than 3 months continuously is deemed to confer permanent employment status. 4, timelines within which the affected health workers will be compensated for the period they served, which was more than 9 months. Mr. Speaker, sir, I rest my case. Thank you.
Senator for Nairobi City County.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I rise pursuant to Standing Order 53-1 to seek a statement from the Standing Committee on National Security, Defense and Foreign Relations on a matter of national concern regarding deaths and injuries sustained by some members of the public during the public viewing of the late Right Honorable Raila Odinga's body at both the Moi International Sports Center, Kasarani, and the Nyayo National Stadium on 16th and 17th October, respectively. Mr. Speaker, the majority of these deaths arose from acts of police action against unarmed civilians and need urgent investigative and remedial action. A few others were occasioned by stampedes caused by the said police action. It is unfortunate, Honorable Speaker, that even after years of Right Honorable Odinga having to live under a cloud of state brutality and torture, his own funeral was turned into a theater of more brutality against unarmed citizens, leading to their unnecessary deaths. The silence over these deaths and the acts of police brutality has been characteristically loud, yet the families have been sent into double mourning for their own and that of the Right Honorable Odinga. In the statement, the committee should address the following. Number 1, the exact number of deaths and injuries arising from the events at both stadiums during the funeral ceremonies, detailing the cause of death in each case, and where police bullets were the cause, the progress of investigations to establish culpability for immediate prosecution. Secondly, measures in place to ensure that compensation for deaths and injuries from the 2 stated days will be extended to the families of the departed. I thank you, Honorable Speaker.
There's a statement pursuant to Standing Order 52-1 by the Senator for Nairobi City County. Kindly proceed to read the approved version.
First of all, thank you so much, Honorable Speaker, and for the indulgence, because as the House is aware, on the day when there was a special sitting to mourn the late Raila Amolo Odinga, I was not in the House because I was amongst those who had been tasked to travel to India to bring back his remains. And let me thank all the colleagues and the majority leaders especially who convened very quickly the House to mourn this great leader. Honorable Speaker, I rise pursuant to Standing Order 52-1 to make a statement of global concern, namely the sudden passing of the former Prime Minister of the Republic of Kenya and ODM party leader, the Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga, on Wednesday, 15th October 2025. The entire nation received the news with shock and disbelief. Right Honorable Odinga had become a permanent fixture in the why to be written today. The sense of loss that we feel is both deeply personal and profoundly shocking. On behalf of the ODM party, with a firm commitment that as students of the late Raila Odinga, it behooves all of us that even at this difficult moment to remain true to his teachings. Mr. Speaker, allow me to acknowledge that the late Raila Odinga taught us everything: how to fight for justice and freedom, how to build bridges across ethnic and political divides, how to remain true to ideals and conviction, as well as how to sustain a big political movement in the face of constant adversarial pressure from political foes. The only thing we have now learned is that he never taught us how to mourn him. Admittedly, therefore, we may have fallen short of his standards and threshold during this mourning period, sometimes seeming to pull in different directions, while most often caught up in the evident confusion and emotional blur that accompanied the public outpouring of grief following the death of our beloved leader. We take responsibility for any shortcomings from the leadership during this particular period. The Senate of the Republic of Kenya must certainly be aware of the role that the late Honorable Odinga played in its conception, in the long journey of constitutionalism and the new constitutional order, especially with regard to the evolution and the growth of parliamentary democracy. No one played a bigger role than the former Prime Minister. In the birth of the 2010 Constitution, which restored the bicameral parliament in this country, reference to Right Honorable Odinga as the father of devolution was not without cause, for everyone acknowledged that his vision, foresight, and consistency brought towards a better constitution ensured we are all here today. Individually and collectively, we owe the departed Prime Minister a debt of gratitude. His place in the nation's history and in the world as a leading international statesman is guaranteed forever. Be that as it may, Mr. Speaker, this period has also opened our eyes to the sheer popularity that the Honorable Odinga enjoys across the globe. The tributes have poured in from every corner of the world. His life have been quite touching, some of them quite creative, like the clip of Tanzanian youth jumping into the sea while holding celebratory placards, or random travelers breaking into renditions of the late Odinga's favorite tune, Jamaican Farewell, by Harry Belafonte. The love has been heartwarming. Even though this has been the most difficult period of our collective lives, the love and support has been phenomenal. Mr. Speaker, may I also pay tribute to the greater Odinga family, led by Dr. Oburu Oginga, who's now our new acting party leader, and Mama Ida Odinga for the long years that they not only shared their son, their brother, their father and husband with the world, but became a pillar on which he found comfort and safety through very turbulent years of a thoroughly consequential political life. Because of them, the Raila Odinga phenomenon was made possible. We will always celebrate them and the sacrifices they have made on behalf of millions. To all the heads of state and government across the world, to the supporters, the ordinary citizens and the admirers of Raila who mourned with us, we saw you, we heard you, and we say thank you. Mr. Speaker, the outpouring of grief since the death of our leader, manifested by the millions who turned up to bid him farewell, as well as the emotions and passion expressed by citizens so far, confirm what we have always known, that the Right Honorable Odinga was a people's living institution. Therefore, we stand on hallowed ground today when we mourn him. For millions of us, Baba was a compass, showing us direction and acting as a standard bearer for courage and principled leadership. It's no exaggeration, therefore, to state that the Right Honorable Odinga is the greatest leader and politician that this country has ever had. No one in this country bore more scars, more humiliation, and made more sacrifices for the common good than our departed icon. In the face of such challenges as Raila underwent, lesser leaders would have capitulated and given in to the allure of wealth, greed, tokenism, and bad governance. But the great Raila held his head high, stuck to his conviction, and lived a life that became a school on its own. Finally, Honorable Speaker, today the nation stands together to salute its favorite son. His legacy lives on his dreams alive in us. As he watches over us from a peaceful place, we make a solemn vow to never compromise on the principles he taught us and the ideals by which he lived. This was an icon of justice and democracy revered across the world. I am privileged, Honorable Speaker, to have known and worked with him. It has been the greatest honor of my life to serve at the feet of the enigmatic Raila Amolo Odinga. May he rest well. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Senators, I'm going to allow comments for not more than 15 minutes. If you have an opportunity to speak, kindly speak for not more than 3 minutes. The Honorable Osotsi.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, 3 minutes is such a short time because I wanted to comment on Senator Sifuna's statement.
Senator Osotsi, that a statement under 52(1). It does not attract comments.
Okay. So maybe we'll have another opportunity to make our comments because some of us were not in when this House was speaking about the late Honorable Raila Odinga. But for now, Mr. Speaker, let me make a comment on the statement by Senator Oburu, who is also my immediate boss in the party, on the state of the plight of health workers in Siaya. Mr. Speaker, this is a very serious issue. I have been following that issue very keenly because I know we have a similar situation in my county where the plight of health workers is never taken seriously. Issues of declaration of redundancy and matters to do with the welfare of health workers. This is a matter that is very grave, Mr. Speaker, and I hope the Committee of Health will take it very seriously. And probably they need to extend their inquiries beyond Siaya to look at counties like Vihiga, which has been having perennial challenges around the welfare and the interest of health workers, because health is an important function in our counties, and I think it's important that those who are managing health workers at whatever level, their interest or their welfare be taken very, very seriously. Unlike what we see in our various counties, where there is deteriorating quality of health services in our health facilities, largely because of the way health workers are treated. So that's a very serious statement, and I request the committee to take it very seriously and come up with a report, and possibly to consider other counties, like my own counties, which have challenges around the welfare and the plight of health workers. I support, Mr. Speaker.
Senator Joyce Korir.
Yeah, thank you very much, Honorable Speaker, for giving me this chance. I would like to comment on the statement that has been read by the Honorable Sifuna on the passing on of Right Honorable Raila Odinga. Honorable
Senator Joyce, you cannot do that.
Okay.
That's a statement that was done. It's a personal statement under Standing Order 52(1).
It's okay, Honorable Speaker. We waited for that chance during that time, but we still look forward to maybe having time to really give our condolences. So this is very important hero who made a great legacy to this nation.
Just pick any statement and comment on, and maybe before you comment, you can, in passing, say something on the passing of the Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga, but not necessarily tied on the personal statement by Senator for Nairobi City County. Senator for Kilifi County, Senator Stewart Mazayo.
Asante mstahiki Spika. Mstahiki Spika, kwanza nataka nitoe kongole kwanza kwa hii statement ama taarifa iliyoletwa na mzee Oburu Odinga. Hiyo wafanyikazi ambao wako katika wameandikwa kazi katika Siaya County na ni watu karibu 700 walioandikwa kazi. Bwana Spika, lakini tunaona 580 waliweza kuachishwa kazi baada ya miezi fulani. Taarifa ya kuachisha kazi yenyewe ilikuwa haiko hali ya kisawasawa, lakini baada ya hayo ni kwamba watu hawa ambao walikuwa wameandikwa kazi hivi sasa hawako kazini. Mstahiki Spika, kuna tetesi nyingi sana, sio Siaya peke yake, lakini kila mahali katika nchi yetu ya Kenya, kuona ya kwamba wafanyikazi wanaofanya kazi katika kaunti kuachishwa kazi kiholela na wale walioandika kazi ni jambo ambalo linatendeka sana. Kwa hiyo tunasema ni lazima kuwe na njia ambayo kutakuwa na njia mwafaka, sheria ziko za kuandika watu na kuwafuta, na hatimaye pia katika makao yale ya kufanya kazi ya kisawasawa na zile vitu vyote ambavyo vinatakana kufanyia kazi wapewe. Bwana Spika, mwisho pia nataka kusema kwamba nataka kutoa kongole kwa mzee Daktari Oburu Odinga, kwa sababu kufikia hivi sasa yeye ndio kinara wa chama cha ODM hivi sasa, ambaye ameketi kwa hiyo mamlaka kisawasawa. Tuko na imani ya kwamba katika huu muungano tulio nao wa serikali ya broad based, mzee Odinga, sasa tutakuwa tunakosea mara nyingi tukitaja mzee Raila, lakini mzee baba yetu Oburu Odinga ataweza kuendesha chama kisawasawa vile tunavyotakana, na nataka kumpatia kongole sana. Vile vile nataka kupeana rambirambi zangu, si rambirambi lakini kuwaweka mbele ya Mwenyezi Mungu familia ya mzee Odinga, baba Raila, iliyo na mama sasa, mama Ida, na watoto na wengineo. Tunaweza kuweka mbele ya Mwenyezi Mungu, kuwaombea ili Mwenyezi Mungu awapatie faraja.
One is, the Speaker, as I pass my deepest condolences to the families that have lost their loved ones. There is a section of police officers who are rogue, that they must have returns of killing Kenyans through taxpayers' bullets. Because, Mr. Speaker, and yet we have another incompetent Independent Policing Oversight Authority, IPOA. Even in Kimwani area, Mr. Speaker, where 2 of my people were killed, IPOA has done absolutely nothing to date. And they even went ahead and even shot a motorbike. 6 bullets, Mr. Speaker. Why would you shoot a motorbike? For what purpose, Mr. Speaker? You know, it is very unfortunate that IPOA, which we give a lot of resources, has not arrested in an open and shut case in Kimwani area in Tindred, let alone Angata Baragoi. Now we have here in Kasarani Stadium, Mr. Speaker. And the sad reality is the Minister of Interior was present in stadium, running around like a headless chicken. He could not even plan, Mr. Speaker, to ensure we have a proper security in the high stake of public viewing of Right Honorable Prime Minister, Mr. Speaker. That vindicates me that the incompetence in that ministry is next to the devilish, Mr. Speaker. Secondly and finally is on roads, Mr. Speaker, by Senator Mundigi. Mr. Speaker, there is so much rains, we thank God for it. It is very unfortunate that Kura, which are unconstitutional bodies, continue to let us down. Mr. Speaker, for me, where I come from, Nandi, our roads are in sorry state. From the county roads called feeder, to the ones managed by Kera, to the ones managed by Kura. Mr. Speaker, I think it is a high time that we dismantle both Kera and Kura and allow Kenya because of the international highways, Mr. Speaker, so that we can sort out once and for all, Mr. Speaker. It is very unfortunate. Now Kera is not functional. Kura is not functional. My governor is very incompetent. Even his own roads that goes to his house is not fixed. Mr. Speaker, this is very sad. Very tragic, Mr. Speaker. It is very sad. Finally, let me congratulate and wish well my party youth leader, Senator Oburu Odinga. We went to his home, Mr. Speaker, on behalf of all of us. Some of us drove almost 80 bulls to signify our broad further engagement into broad-based. I want to thank you for taking a stand that we'll work together through a better broad-based government. And I know, sir, courtesy of your...
Senator Mwenyehaji Faki. Senator Faki.
Asante ya kuweza kuchangia taarifa kuhusiana na kupoteza kwa maisha kwa waombolezaji siku ambapo mwenda zake kiongozi wa chama chetu cha ODM Raila Amolo Odinga alipoletwa katika uwanja wa Kasarani. Mheshimiwa Spika, ilikuwa ni masikitiko kwamba tuliweza kupoteza watu siku ile ambayo ilikuwa ni siku kubwa ya huzuni kwa nchi yetu ya Kenya. Mheshimiwa Spika, japokuwa hatuwezi kuwaekea kidole cha lawama polisi, lakini ni wazi kwamba walikuwa hawajakuwa tayari kuweza kukabiliana na ile siku ilivyokuwa imekuja kwa sababu ya mambo yalivyokuwa kwa siku hiyo. Mheshimiwa Spika, ikumbukwe kwamba ilikuwa ni mambo ya ghafla, kwa hivyo sidhani kama walikuwa wameweza kujiandaa, lakini vyovyote vile ni kwamba tuliweza kupoteza watu katika hali ambazo si za kisawasawa kisheria. Mheshimiwa Spika, kwa hivyo ipo haja ya polisi wetu kupewa mafunzo ambayo yataweza kuwasaidia kukabiliana na mambo kama haya kwa siku za usoni, kwa sababu tumeona kwamba kuna mapungufu katika vile ambavyo waliweza kujipanga na kuweza kutekeleza ile shughuli ambayo ilikuwa pale. Mheshimiwa Spika, pia nichukue fursa hii kutoa rambirambi zangu kwa familia ya mwenda zake Raila Amolo Odinga ikiongozwa na Senator wa Siaya ndugu Daktari Oburu Odinga kwa pigo ambalo wameweza kulipata kumpoteza kiongozi ambaye ni kiongozi msifika Afrika nzima. Mheshimiwa Spika, mchango wake katika nchi hii utabakia katika nyoyo zetu kwa muda mrefu na siku nyingi ambazo Kenya itaendelea kuwa Kenya, kwa sababu alijitolea muhanga wakati ambapo wengi waliweza kuogopa kukabiliana na zile shida ambazo Kenya walikuwa nazo. Mheshimiwa Spika, vile vile nampa kongole Daktari Oburu Odinga kwa kutawazwa rasmi kama kiongozi wa chama cha ODM, na sisi kama viongozi wenzake katika bunge hili la Senate tutamsaidia kwa njia zozote zile kuhakikisha kwamba kazi ile inakuwa rahisi na anaweza kuongoza chama hichi katika kufikia kilele zaidi kuliko vile ambavyo kimekuwa kwa sasa. Na mwisho pia nachukua fursa hii kupeleka rambirambi zangu kwa Mama Ida na familia yote ya mwenda zake Raila Amolo Odinga kwa pigo ambalo ameweza lipata kwa kumpoteza kiongozi mkubwa kama huyo. Asante Mheshimiwa Spika kwa kunipa fursa hii.
Senator Veronica.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for the opportunity to support the statement that has been brought to this House by our colleague, Senator Oburu Odinga, and to congratulate you on the new role that you've been given to head the party. If it was 2 years ago, before I was retired from being Secretary General of the UDA, I would have been in the league of inviting you for tea so that we can exchange notes on how to manage the leading political parties in Kenya. But now that I'm retired on that role, on the sidelines of the Senate lounge, we will discuss how you can manage some of your members, especially the ones who are energetic, like the Secretary General, so that you can keep the moderate, you can have the moderate style that we are used to you during Senate proceedings. So we congratulate you and we support you. You have our full support. The likes of Senator Mungatana, Senator Bugwa here can help you team Senator Sifuna so that he aligns with the broad-based arrangement that we have with the UDA. Honorable Speaker, I wanted to support the statement that he brought to the floor of this House because the hospitals are being mismanaged and the health workers are really being mismanaged. And that is not an isolated incident in Siaya County. It is very sad to see hospitals like in Murang'a County. Some are just being painted with good colors, and then people are being hoodwinked that healthcare is being rendered to wananchi. It is not true. Those hospitals have to be equipped. The resources that are being sent to counties, Honorable Speaker, have to be utilized in the manner that is envisaged in the Constitution, Honorable Speaker. Indeed, health workers are a priority. If we cannot take care of health workers, there is no health care that is being given to Kenyans. So we are looking at the counties where we have health workers on strike all the time. And I'm looking at Kiambu County. It was a big shame to read the number of infants who have died in Kiambu County hospitals on account of health workers being on strike. It was even more shameful for Kiambu County to respond and say that it's not 150 infants who have died, to respond and say that it's about 68 or 86. In this day and time, how can we lose an infant or a mother during childbirth? Even in jurisdictions which are not very developed, we no longer lose mothers during childbirth. So counties need to take health care, they need to take health workers on a more serious note so that the basic service that should be rendered to people to ensure that their lives are dignified.
Senator Kajwang. Yes, Senator for Homa Bay County.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, as we resume our sittings from the recess, first of all, I'd like to join the House in expressing condolences on the passing on of our leader. All of us are affected. I am personally affected. And I know that all of us, many of us here, are graduates of the Raila Odinga School of Leadership. This House is what it is because of Raila Odinga. And Mr. Speaker, I want to urge that the last address that Raila Odinga made in this chamber, perhaps that could be publicized, because I would call it a manifesto on how to run this country. He spoke about everything. He spoke about devolution. He spoke about the Constitution. He spoke about the state of politics. If we can share that conversation with the world, that could be a conversation that shapes the kind of decisions we take going forward. I also rise to support the statement that has been requested by Senator Oburu. Mr. Speaker, I admire Senator Oburu's strength, tenacity. Many of us are still reeling from the shock of the loss of Raila. Many of us who perhaps are not related to him by blood. But I want to commend Senator Oburu because he has been on his feet, he has been welcoming delegations, he has been playing state duties, he has steered the ODM party, I have seen him steer his committee, and today he has brought a statement regarding the plight of the people of Siaya. Mr. Speaker, if there is one thing that Raila was passionate about, was the success of devolution. And the most important devolved fund, now more than ever, if we were to be true lieutenants of Raila Amolo Odinga, and if we are to live to his spirit, we must make sure that devolution works. And devolution, we have taken devolution as a matter of financing, sending money and oversighting the money. We now need to go beyond the financing to service delivery and the quality of service. Mr. Speaker, it is disheartening that in a situation like the one illustrated by Senator Oburu, you find counties are increasing their wage bill to percentages and levels that go beyond the PFM Act. But though, Mr. Speaker, if a county was to recruit health workers who are concerned with service delivery, ECD workers, agriculture extension officers, that is better than some counties that are employing people that we usually call sangueñas, whose job is to move around, making sure that the dais and the seat of the governor and the carpet of the governor has been cleaned. So I hope that the relevant committee will look into this matter and ensure that we provide proper guidance. There is nothing wrong with counties employing health workers. And Raila Amolo Odinga rejected the proposal that came from centrists that health workers should be recruited from Nairobi. I support that position, but for us to make sure that we validate that position, our governors must take things seriously. Mr. Speaker, Raila Odinga has left us orphans, but he has not left us badly. He has left us with a Senate. He has left us with devolution. He has left us with a...
Senator Mungatana.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for giving me the floor. Mr. Speaker, I wanted to comment on the statement on the deaths that occurred the day the Honorable Raila Odinga was brought to Nairobi. Mr. Speaker, there are allegations that some of the people who lost their lives there